Okay. Cool. Yeah, I mean, for making a campaign with the Hornet, there's kind of probably a lot of stuff you'll have to read about patterns for getting back on the carrier and things like that. Most DCS players that I've noticed don't really follow it too strictly, which is fine, of course. It's just a game, but there's definitely some particulars that are out there.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm read quite a few books already, and plus, today I read the NATOPS for the carriers and
Okay.
for the LH, and also have the fighter pilot guys to check everything and then tell me what's not done as it should be.
Gotcha.
I'm
Okay.
also thinking of doing the whole set of voiceovers like from scratch, so everything would be uh, custom, so absolutely no voiceovers for anything AI in DCS.
Gotcha. That would be very cool. That's for sure.
And that includes the paddles as much as it's possible, and the contact with the carrier as it goes, as I read today, and also the JTAGs, everything human made.
That'd be nice.
So
Alrighty.
it use F10. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, so why don't we do the same thing as we did before? Just make sure you've got your waypoint 1 selected for display on your HUD, and then I will follow you out. We'll go ahead and fly towards waypoint 1, then we'll come left towards waypoint 2. Waypoint 2 is right on top of Khasab, so in case you don't want to make a carrier landing, we can just divert to Khasab. So, whenever you're ready.
Alright. If I set it to auto, then the waypoints will change automatically, right?
They do. However, I don't usually set it to auto, as sometimes it can induce a weird thing where it'll skip to the wrong waypoint if you stray a little far off course. I kind of do that because that was early on in the development of the Hornet, so you can probably throw it in auto and not have a problem anymore. But I usually just cycle them manually now.
Gotcha. Okay, alright, one is rolling.
Alrighty. Alright, I'm on your 6, about a half a mile back.
Alright.
Alright, coming up on your right wing. So, like I said before when we attempted this, I usually tend to put my radar on my right DDI and my EW page on my left DDI. Once the SA page comes out, I assume I'll probably replace my EW page with the SA page.
Gotcha.
Also, make sure you turn your EW suite on. That's the little button on the far right-hand side, just underneath your MPCD behind your stick. It should make a nice little do-do-do-do sound once you get it turned on.
Yep, done.
And then also to turn your countermeasures on, you just want to flip it up into on for creating your own programs. Or if you want to just simply go for 2 flares per button push or 1 chaff per button push, you can just put it up into bypass mode. I would say that 90% of DCS World players just simply put it into bypass mode.
Do the same for the time being. Okay, turning to weapons 2, and I'll climb.
Okay, let's climb up to about maybe like 10,000 or so. say speed?
It's 457. I'm at 99%.
Roger that.
10-degree climb.
So when I'm scanning on my radar, say I'm flying into the target area like in one of my multiplayer gameplay videos, I'm usually scanning at about 80 nautical miles at a 4-bar scan. I think that gives you a really nice sweep of the airspace out in front of you. Because there was a bug on it, I used to put it at an 80-degree azimuth, and now I go ahead and just go for the full 140.
Okay, where do I set it up?
So, do you have your radar page on your DDI?
Okay.
Okay, so see the two arrows, an up arrow and a down arrow on the right-hand side?
Yeah, that's range.
Yep, so I usually push that out to 80 nautical miles.
Done.
Okay, and then for the bar scan, that is the top left button on the DDI. Right now it should say 2 bar for you, 2B.
Oh yeah, I got it. I changed the 4 bars. Yeah, got it.
Okay, so that basically just is the altitude at which the radar is scanning. So at 4-bar scan means it's scanning at 1 altitude, then going to a second, then a third, then a fourth. 2-bar scan would be 2 altitudes that it's scanning for, and so on. I think it can go all the way up to an 8-bar scan with air combat modes.
Roger.
The throttle on the Hornet is rather touchy, so you should probably, if you need to slow down real quick, all you need to do is just simply pull the throttle all the way back to idle, and you should start slowing down pretty darn quick, especially if you've got a bunch of bags on the jet, like most missions I'm sure for a campaign would have, because the Hornet has kind of short legs. So the speed brake is okay for slowing down, but I think it's better used when you're, pop it out when you're on a long rollout on a runway.
Okay, Roger. So I'll go down to 90%.
Roger that. What speed are you looking for?
I'm at 430. Let's go for 400. 400.
Roger that. I'm at about your 4 o'clock.
Sure. Oh man, it's nice to be in multiplayer again.
Yeah, it's fun, huh? So did you put your countermeasures into bypass or into program mode?
Bypass.
Roger that. What's really cool in the recent updates that I've seen from WAGS with his Hornet updates is there'll be a way for the players to pre-select their programs in the special options tab rather than having to go through and create them every time they're in the jet, which is really nice in my opinion.
Yeah, so it's like the waypoints and all the other stuff, that's pretty cool. I'm always for, the more options to customize things, the better.
Yeah, certainly. So there's also an auto throttles for cruise, which is really nice. Do you have that bound yet?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so let me go to my options section really quick here, and we can find out what that is that you need to bind. So it's called ATC disengage/engage. And basically when you click that button, the jet just holds that speed and allows you to just cruise nice and easy. It's kind of like a autopilot mode for your throttle.
Okay, cool. I have it bound to something, but I need to see what it is. Okay, got it.
Yep, so that makes it really easy. but any throttle movements will knock it out of auto throttle, and you'll either be racing up ahead of your wingman or falling way back behind, depending on where your throttle is in the position.
So I just get on a certain speed and then press it, and it will hold the speed, right?
Yes, sir. And underneath your waypoint indicator, there should be ATC, and that'll let you know that you're in there. If that ATC starts to blink, it means that the throttle has moved and it is no longer keeping that speed.
Okay, and I think I need to... Where's the waypoint 3? It's ahead? No. Oh, it's on the left, so we need to turn left.
Looking for about 270. Also, one thing to note is there's no indication in the cockpit if your burners are lit, and unfortunately there's no like detent sound, so it's really easy to accidentally go into burner.
Yeah. Yeah, because it always says 100% and that's it.
Yeah, basically. It would be really, really nice if ED put in like a detent sound, you know, like a nice little ka-chunk when your throttles go into afterburner, just like Heapler has in the Viggen or the Tomcat. That would be excellent.
Yep. I think we'll do that.
So why don't we go ahead and talk about the autopilot modes. The autopilot is very easy to use. It's all based upon your UFC. So all you need to do to go into the autopilot modes is hit the AP button on the bottom of the UFC.
Got it.
And you'll be greeted with attitude hold at the top, heading select underneath, then barometric altitude hold and radar altitude hold. So I usually just put it into barometric altitude hold, and that'll just keep you at the same altitude.
Okay.
And then if you want to do, like, say, a nice lazy orbit around a waypoint while you're waiting for your wingman or something like that, I usually put it, you know, do a nice little bank, and then select attitude hold and barometric altitude hold, and that'll put you in a nice bank and just keep you there.
Cool.
So we're flying out towards Greater Toon, and there are a couple targets out here. There's some helicopters on the little airfield, a couple little AAA installations, and some tanks. So I guess we should talk about weapons.
Alright.
So for setting up your bombs, it takes a couple steps, a couple more steps than the Harrier at the moment. So you probably want to go to your stores page.
And there.
Alright, so we should have 83B on the top left button.
Yep.
Alrighty, so what we need to do is we need to select the mode. So it's already in CCIP mode, so that's probably what we want here. And then we want to go ahead and do our mechanical fuse. And it's just like the videos that WAGs put out. You just need to select nose for your mechanical fuse. And then for the E-fuse underneath that, we'll have to select instantaneous, so that when the physical nose fuse is crushed, the electronic fuse tells the bomb to explode right away. Then once we've got that good, we can go ahead and go hit UFC on the right-hand side of the DDI.
Hello.
And that gives you your quantity, multiple, and interval. So we'll go ahead and release 2 bombs for each pickle button. So I'll hit quantity, and then enter in a 2 into the UFC, and then hit enter.
Done.
Alrighty, so you can verify that based on underneath program 1, underneath your wing form. It should say quantity 2.
Yeah, affirm.
Alrighty, and then just because we're dropping just 2 bombs per pickle switch, we don't really need to worry about multiple. So interval would be next. For a big bomb like Mark 83, I usually put in like 100, so that the bombs hit 100 feet apart.
Okay.
And then all we need to do to actually drop the bombs is probably just circle around to get a better bombing run on Greater Tomb, which is just under our nose, and go ahead and throw her into air-to-ground master mode. Of course, then arm up the jet.
Okay, done.
Yep, so you'll get your fall line, and the little line that we can see right now is just letting you know that the CCIP cross is not yet available. So the further you push your nose down, the closer you get to the ground, that little bar will drop, and then your CCIP cross will come up from the bottom.
Okay, so that's normal.
Yep. So go ahead and wheel around and let's hit the airfield there. Alright, switched over to your left wing.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yep, so all I need to do is just turn around and recycle to waypoint 3. Oh, you had it in autopilot. Yeah, if you hit the paddle switch, that will pull you out of autopilot without making you go all crazy.
So say return to waypoint 3 and then back from there, right? Oh,
Yep.
3 target.
Yep, so the target's at waypoint 3. There's a couple helicopters on the ramp of the little airport on Greater Tomb. Mike's still okay?
Good.
So, do you have your throttles split at the moment? Okay, yeah, so you've got one of your engines lit in afterburner and the other one is not. Just making sure that wasn't, you know, an accidental error.
Okay, alright, I got the airport.
Yep.
Are they on the runway or?
See the little ramp area right there that's kind of branching off towards us? It's right in that area.
Okay, so that's not at the end, but just in the, like,
Yeah, see
1/3.
Yeah, see that little branching off that little ramp area? They're right in there. There's 4 of them lined up.
Okay, I'll be running in.
Roger that. I'm on your 6.
Got it cross. Don't know how to pull it.
Oh, SAM launch. Oh no.
Oh.
I did not think that he would fire that so quickly. Oops. Sorry about that. I guess we should restart the mission. Or I guess you can just respawn.
So when you use Mavericks, you only have like the Maverick seeker view, or?
Yeah, you only have the Maverick Seeker view right now. Unknown if that'll be able to be slaved to the targeting pod. Of course, for the E, you'll have to use the targeting pod.
Yeah. Okay, just press switch 1.
Okay, I just killed that SAM site. So I'm out at waypoint 3. So one thing that the Hornet has that's very cool is it has a page called FPAS, or Flight Performance Advisory System, that shows you that based on your current weight and fuel state, what your optimum speed is for maximum endurance or maximum range, which is very cool. It allows you to really plan out your flights and make sure you have enough fuel to get back home to the carrier or back to your base. And so usually the best speed to cruise at for the Hornet is around between 330 and 350 knots for maximum fuel conservation. and that's up at usually about 20,000 feet.
Okay. So it's something like V-rest on the Harrier.
Yeah, very similar. I think it's actually laid out a little bit better, and it's a little bit easier to understand, in my opinion. But the speeds are actually given in Mach numbers rather than knots. So if your HUD is in reject modes, then you won't see your Mach. So you got to make sure your HUD is in the norm mode.
Yeah, got it. And how do I pull up this page?
So go back to your DDI menus, and you need to go to the support section, and it's right next to the menu button. So it's just to the left on the bottom, called F-Pass, right next to the right of fuel.
Yeah, I'm there.
Yep, so that way you can see, you can actually adjust which waypoint the values given are to. So it says like nav to waypoint 3 for me right now, and it tells me, oh, it'll take me 2 minutes to get there because I'm very close. How much fuel I'll have remaining when I get there, how much fuel I'm using per nautical mile in terms of pounds of fuel. And so you can see optimum range and endurance, current range and endurance, things like that.
Yeah, super cool. Yeah.
Alright, I believe I've got you on radar now. So I'm going to go ahead and lock you up, and you should hear lots of different buzzers going off in the cockpit. Did you get your EW turned on?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I put the page on, but I didn't turn it on, I guess.
Yeah, so when I lock you up, you should be getting lots of, bells and whistles going off.
Yep, you're right.
Yep. So for NATO pilots, if you are locking up a contact but you have no idea whether the IFF is telling you if it's friendly or a bandit, you call out on the radio ray gun. And if a friendly is being locked up, they will go ahead and return buddy spike, which lets you know that that contact is in fact a friendly, and you should unlock them.
Roger. You say, what do you say? Can you say ray gun?
Yep, so the aircraft that's locking up the unknown contact would say ray gun, and then the aircraft who's being locked up, if he's a friendly, he will say buddy spike. That's usually followed by the type of contact that's locking him up. So in your case, you would say buddy spike F-18.
Roger.
Looks like you're 26 miles out from me. We're flying directly at each other.
Yeah, I got you.
Do you know how to move the TDC cursor on your radar? Yep, looks like you got me locked up.
Yeah.
Alright, buddy spike F-18.
I should have said Dragon.
Yep, that's alright. You kind of knew I was there.
So, on the radar, 0.6 is the closing speed? Or what? And then 11.2, which is your altitude, right?
Yes. And so what's very cool is you have that bra indication on your radar page, which gives you a bra from your aircraft. So I've got you at 110 for 15 miles, roughly. It just shows you your bra to your TDC cursor, so it's very easy to pass off targets to, say, a wingman that's in formation with you.
Yeah, perfect.
Right, I've got a visual on you now. Once you pass me, I'll go ahead and make a 180 and join up on you.
Okay, Roger.
Looks like you're up above me. Are you at like 15,000?
13.
Roger. So yeah, that man pad is out of commission, so we shouldn't have that problem. Usually with the F-18, you're looking to release your weapons between about 8,000 and 5,000 feet, just to stay out of range of a lot of that AAA.
Yeah, I got you.
But yeah, when you're first learning the jet, it's really easy to accidentally get too low.
Yeah, it was a really bad angle, and that was a very shitty attack.
It's all good. We're learning.
Alright, 27 miles out.
Yep. Do you have your weapons good to go?
Affirm.
Alrighty, so go ahead and roll in once you get to the target.
So we'll go.
Got your countermeasure set up just in case?
You should.
Perfect. Yep, 2 flares away.
Yep. Man, this jet is great.
It flies very nice. It's very fun, that's for sure. It works a lot like the Harrier, but just because it's got some extra speed to it, and the radar, it just increases your situational awareness and your survivability just so much. Having a data link in the Harrier would be fantastic in terms of increasing the survivability.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Get visual on the target.
Roger that. I'm at your 5 o'clock.
Yeah, visual. Alright, rolling in.
Roger that.
People.
On its way. Nice hits. Looks like you got 2 of them. Oh, there's another man pad down there. Did not realize that. Uh-oh, I lost you.
I am at the... wait.
Ah, visual.
Starboard part of the runway, yeah. Okay, I'll do another run.
Roger. Just make sure you keep pumping out those flares since there is another man pad down there.
Alright. Did he shoot at me?
No, he shot at me, actually.
Okay, one's rolling in.
Roger that one. 2's in.
People.
Pickle.
Yeah, good hit. Nice.
We get some good hits. Looks like it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Want to do some air-to-air?
Sure.
Okay. So we do have an AWACS out here, which will be helpful. Let me try and join up on you. But what's really cool is we can set what's called an air-to-air waypoint. And so that will give us an indication, just like the bra that we get down at the bottom of our radar page. We can get we can get a bulls up at the top of the radar page, so we can move our TDC right to where the AWACS is telling us there's bandits in the area. So I have, as a mission maker, you kind of have to co-locate those in the same spot. So both the bullseye and one of your waypoints. So right now I believe I have waypoint 5 co-located with the bullseye. So yeah, waypoint 5. So what we'll have to do is we will have to go into our... Oh, I just passed you. Whoops. We'll have to go into the data page of our HSI in order to set waypoint 5 as that air-to-air waypoint. So in order to do that, actually give me 1 second here. Oh, I've got a hung bomb for some reason. Let's see. Bomb won't come off. Ah, there it goes. Okay. So basically all you need to do is, looking down at your moving map, go into data at the top right.
Yep.
Scroll up to waypoint 5. So that's on the right, you can see the up button. Scroll up till you get to waypoint 5, and then on the left-hand side of the MPCD, you can see A/AWP for air-to-air waypoint. Just need to make sure that's boxed, and you'll see a little 5 next to that, denoting that waypoint 5 is selected as the air-to-air waypoint.
Done.
And then you can just simply hit HSI again to get out of the data page.
Alright.
So now on your radar page, you should have another set of bra numbers up at the top underneath your 4-bar scan indicator.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, very useful.
Super useful. So that's actually telling you how far away, giving a bra from where our bullseye is. So when we spawn in bandits and AWACS starts telling us where they are, it's very easy to find them.
Cool.
So if we want to make a bit of a 180, I'll call in the Iranian F-5s, and then we'll talk to AWACS and converge with them. Do you know how to select missiles and whatnot?
Yeah, I'll go to air-to-air mode, and with the gun, sidewinder, or aim 120, I just don't know which one is which, but I'll get the hang of it.
Yeah, so what's also pretty cool about it is you don't have to go to air-to-air waypoint, or sorry, air-to-air master mode. You can just simply select guns or sidewinder or something, and it'll automatically put you into air-to-air master mode.
Yeah, okay, I got the I'm when it's selected, I think.
Yep, so it's
to them,
yeah, it should say AC and then 2, since we have 2 loaded.
It does, yep.
Alrighty, so let's make a bit of a 180 and head back towards waypoint 3.
Yeah, got it.
And our AWACS should be on the channel that we're on right now, 305.000. So I'll go ahead and call these guys in via the F10 radio. Alright, they should be spawned in. Yep.
Dark Star, Bra, 322, 480 at 6,000 knots.
So 322 for 80. So we can kind of, or no, that was a Bra call, not a Bulls call. Never mind. So 322.
Yeah.
I think I've got them on radar. They're right at 80 miles out. I've got them Bra 321 for 72.
Bra, 322, 480 at 10,000 knots.
Yeah, I cannot see the mid, but I'm there with my cursor.
Roger. So hit the DTC to press and you'll lock them up. And you'll probably see a little bit of a little like circle with a dot with a line. That is the position of waypoint 5, which we've set as our air-to-air waypoint. So it looks like we need to come left towards our targets.
Alright. I cannot see them on the radar screen.
Okay. So they're...
Wait, I'm in 2 bar.
Yeah. You don't have them locked up?
Negative.
Okay, so let me de-lock them. So I'm scanning out to 80 nautical miles. The Bra for me is 315 at 60 miles out. You're a bit in front of me.
Okay. At 20,000.
Yep.
Enfield 1-1, Dark Star, Bra,
I just lost them.
450 at 28,000 knots.
Crap.
Enfield 1-1, Dark Star, Bra, 313, 450 at 28,000 knots.
Ooh, I'm getting low on gas.
Down at 7,000.
Yeah, I'm down to 3,000. It's all good. Yep, I have totally lost them. Do you still have them?
Negative. I'm putting an antenna up.
Dark Star, Bra, 309, 440 at 18,000.
309 for 40. I've got him again. I've lost you now, though.
Okay, I got him.
All right.
I lost him.
You lost him?
I lost him.
Looks like they're Bulls 245 for 94.
Yeah, looking there.
Looks like you're close to merging with one. Look on the F10 map.
Yep.
I've got one locking me up.
Same here.
Oh, I got a visual on you now. Thanks for the flare. Looks like there's a close one and a far one. I'm going for the far one if you want to go for the close one.
Alright.
Box 3. Alright, I'm merged with the far one. He's coming around, he's going low.
I cannot see anyone.
I splashed the far one.
Enfield 1-1,
Yeah, got the visual.
merged.
Roger that. And so, since you're close, go ahead and select Sidewinders to get him. He's pulling around on my tail.
Got him.
Yep, he's on my tail.
I think I haven't. Is it you that dropped the flare?
Say again? Oh,
Did you drop the? Did you drop the flare?
yeah. So he's on your tail now. Actually, he might still be coming after me.
I was just on your tail.
Yeah, so he's on my 6. So come back in. I'm using the dot labels. I think that's why I could see him a lot easier than you.
Yeah, I have him off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's little, so because he's an F5, and he's got brown camouflage. Oh, he's coming up on me. He's going. Here, I'll pop another flare.
I have no idea what all the sounds that I hear mean.
Oh, he just shot me. I'm still up though. I'm gonna have to shake him now. Ooh, wow.
I don't see anything.
Yeah, he's still on me. We're down low. We're at 3,500 feet.
Okay, I think I saw your flare.
Yeah, that was a missile launch from him. Okay, I've got a visual on you now. He's dropped back. He's about 2 miles. Looks like he dropped me. Oh no, it looks like you're on a 6.
Yeah, but I cannot see them. Right. No one's radar.
Alright, looks like he's coming up on your 6 now, so want me to shoot him?
If you have him, yeah, shoot him.
Okay.
I think I see you or him, I don't know who's that. Drop a flare.
Flare drop.
Okay, Foxtrot.
Oh, I think he just shot me down.
Oh, I didn't see you, sorry.
It's all good. I just lost all flight control. I'm gonna eject.
Oh, sorry about that.
It happens, it's okay.
Oh, I got him now.
Oh, you see him now? Okay, roger that. So I'm gonna go ahead and go towards waypoint 1, and then I'll go left towards waypoint 2, and then we'll set up and get ready to attack a SAM site or something like that. Okay, here I go. Going about 350. I'll go ahead and cruise at 350.
Yeah, I'm behind you in 6 o'clock.
Roger that. Coming left towards waypoint 2. Climbing up at about 5-degree climb. Gonna go for about 10,000 feet.
Okay, got labels on.
Okay, that'll help, at least just for the training, you know.
I don't think it's cheating, actually. Much more in real life, I guess.
Yeah, I can see things a lot better in real life than I can in the game, so I don't really consider it cheating.
Exactly. I'm on the left wing at you, 7 o'clock.
Roger that. I'm at 337 right now. Auto throttles are trying to catch back up. I'm gonna get my EW turned on and my countermeasures good to go. Because of the FCS, if you just take your hand off the stick, it's very easy to just stay in a nice formation.
Yeah, I can see that.
No need to retrim it all the time.
Oh, it flies like a charm, really. It's very obedient.
Yeah, for sure. So, if you look at your RWR page, or your EW page, you can see a little button on the right-hand side called HUD, and boxing that guy makes RWR contacts show up on your HUD, which is really nice.
Yep, it is.
Make sure my countermeasures are ready to go. So you'll need, for using arms, you'll need to make sure you have the I key mapped to one of your HOTAS bindings. So let me go into the options and see what it's called.
Okay, 1 sec.
It's called the RAID FLIR FOV select button.
That's under HOTAS?
Okay.
Is that under HOTAS?
Oh, yes. I usually just search for the key binding, so if you type in FOV, you'll find it pretty easy.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. You're drifting, you're at my 6 o'clock. You're above me, about 50 feet.
Yeah, I'm changing the keybind, so...
Yeah, just letting you know so you don't accidentally run into me when you come back and start flying again.
Okay, it's set.
Alright. So you actually use that key to select which radar you're targeting with your arm. So, I guess first we'll have to spawn in like an SA2 site, so why don't we go ahead and do that. We should be pretty safe near waypoint 2 here. I'll spawn in the SA2 site at Bandar Abbas. Alright, should be over there now. So now on our RWR page we've got an FF for flat face.
Yeah.
And something also that's really important to note when you're using arms against radars is using the RWR offset button. So next to the left of your power button for your RWR, there's a little button that says offset. It's almost right in the middle. You hit that offset button, it will separate the RWR contacts on your EW page and on your HUD, so if there's a whole bunch of radars clumped together, you'll be able to better parse those out and target the radar that you want to hit.
Say again, where is that button?
That button is, you know where that button you hit to turn EW on?
Yep.
So it's 1, 2, 3 buttons to the left. If you have your lights on, it should say offset. And that does kind of mess up the azimuth at which those contacts are being displayed. So you do have to make sure you turn it on and off periodically.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I'm going to go into level out here at about 16,000. Oh, sorry, I kind of messed you up there. I'm going to go
Okay.
into a little right-hand orbit while we get our missiles set up. So to get your harm set up, all you got to do really is just go to your stores page, select harm, make sure you're in air-to-ground master mode, and once you select harm, it should say RDY underneath it. If you select it again, it'll bring you to your harm format page, which is basically just a blank screen.
Okay, it says standby with and ready on the other one.
Yeah, so make sure it's boxed. Are you in air-to-ground mode?
Yeah, now I am.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on the home page. Sorry.
Okay, cool. So the only mode that's available for the harm right now is self-protection mode. So now that we're in the harm format page, we can use that key, that RAID FOV key, to box the FF for a flat face. So once there's a box around the FF, I actually have the symbology on my HUD right now, so I can see that the FF has a little box around it. It'll show the same thing on your EW page. Ooh, looks like you got out in front of me.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's all good.
I have AE boxed.
Yep, so keep hitting that RAID FOV button until it cycles to the FF. I believe the AE button is actually our carrier, so we don't want to hit our own carrier.
Yeah, probably. Should I be pointing that F? Should be in front of me?
Yeah, so you want to be flying towards it, and it's at waypoint 5, so if you want to put waypoint 5 on your HSI, so that way you know how far away you are from it. I'm about 55 miles away right now. The maximum range of the harm is about 80 miles if you're going really fast and you're up really high, like around 40,000 feet. So for a medium altitude like we're at right now, I would launch it at about 25 miles out, but you want to make sure you're above about 400 knots.
Okay, but I just can't get it. Man.
You can't get it boxed?
Yeah.
Just keep hitting that I key until it keeps cycling through the boxes. It'll get there eventually.
But it's not cycling.
You cut out a little. Say again?
It's not doing anything.
Okay.
Just,
so
I
maybe,
don't know why.
should we start over here? We've got,
Okay, I was stupid. I had the master arm off.
yeah, that'll do it. So now you should be able to box it.
Yeah, it's boxed.
Okay, perfect. So push your speed up, get above 400 knots. At least when you're at about 30 miles out, go ahead and launch the missile. I've got a visual on you. I'm going to slow down. You go ahead and pass me. Now, most SA-2 sites are made up of two radars, a flat face and a fan-song radar. So, because we're this far out, we're probably only locking up the flat face, and once the flat face is destroyed, we can go in and hit it with the another missile on the fan-song.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm 40 miles out.
Alrighty. Keep going. At this altitude, about 30 to 25 nautical miles is probably your best bet.
Roger.
So the FF seems to actually be a frigate, one of our own frigates, so make sure you got FS boxed. So just make sure you have the radar that's directly in front of us boxed.
In front of us, this FS is in our 5 o'clock.
Okay, yeah, I got it. I had it in offset mode, so my symbology was all messed up. So I'm gonna hit the FS. You hit the FF.
Yeah, gotcha. I'm 30 miles out, so in a moment.
Roger that. Fire away.
Okay, and Magnum.
There it goes. All right.
Below you, braking left.
Alrighty, I'm breaking off cold. So what I found the best tactics for using these is launch the missile and then turn cold away from the radar site as quickly as possible, because if it's a more capable missile like a SA-10 or something like that, it's definitely going to get you if you keep continuing towards the missile site.
Yep.
Alright, I've got a visual on you. Now, the Hornet unfortunately doesn't automatically trim for roll, so you will have to trim it out now that we're asymmetric.
Roger.
Unfortunately, it looks like maybe our missiles won't have enough energy to hit the target.
Takes a long time to get there. So should we go faster or should we go closer?
We could probably do both. We're at a pretty low altitude, so we should probably go ahead and re-attack.
Okay, turning left.
Alrighty.
Time to 18,000.
But you can already see it's a pretty simple weapon to use. All you do is, box the radar and shoot the missile. You just got to make sure you're in the right parameters. Fan song is locking me up.
Yeah. Okay, I got it locked up.
Roger that.
Alright, and Magnum turning cold.
Magnum 2, turning cold. SAM launch on me. Chaff out.
Yeah, visual on the missile.
Yep, I broke the lock. It's a third SAM launch. Hopefully all missiles will get them this time. Yep, looks like our missiles are gonna hit. It's also important to note that, like, if there was a Tor or an SA-18 down there, it would shoot down our harms.
So you have to use a few.
Yeah, exactly. So you'd have to have a bunch of jets kind of saturating the area with harms.
Alright, looks like we got him.
Yeah, I think we did. Trying to find you.
What can I say when I'm...
Oh, I got a visual.
Okay.
Looks like we're probably at co-altitude. I'm not totally sure. I just lost your visual.
Trying to find you.
Oh, you're flying towards Iran? I was flying cold from Iran.
Yeah, I'm turning cold now.
Okay.
I got the visual.
What's your altitude?
And 19.7.
Oh, okay, I've got you now. So I'm gonna turn cold. I'm down at 18. I'm gonna fly back towards waypoint 2, and we can join up and then talk about Mavericks.
Yeah, just in front of it.
Okay, you're directly on my 6.
Yep, I have the visual.
Okay, I'll slow down a little bit. I'll bring it down to about 330. Okay, ATC on at 330. So for
I'm at 400.
Roger. For the Mavericks, because they're IR guided Mavericks, we're going to have to cool them off.
Alright.
Mine are already cooled off because I had selected them before by mistake. But the first time you select them from your stores page, the coolant will start flowing, and it'll be a 3-minute countdown from the first time you select them. Since I accidentally selected them before we fired the harms, mine are already good to go.
Okay, well, how do I select them? Because I have a small, medium, large on top.
Okay. Go back to your menu, and then go back to the stores page.
Yeah, still have small, medium, large.
Huh. I'm not sure. You should have something that, you should have had, like, Mav F at the top left.
I got it. I was in AA mode.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'll do it.
I got it.
Yeah, if you accidentally select a Sidewinder or a gun or something like that, it'll automatically bring you into AA mode. So hit that Mav F. The first time you hit it, it'll box Mav F and have a cross through that box. Press Mav F one more time and it'll bring you to the Maverick format page. And if your Mavericks are good to go, you'll start to see the IR picture from the seeker head. If they're not good to go yet, you'll get a black screen with that countdown timer.
I have the cross already.
Okay, me too.
I just overtook you, sorry.
Oh, it's all good. It happens. So there's some tanks set up on Greater Tomb Island around the airfield, along with those AAA pieces. So that'd probably be a good target to hit because it's, you know, it's in a very small geographic area. So what's kind of weird about the F-18 is when you're moving the Maverick Seeker head, you actually have to be pressing down the TDC. So you have to both press it down and slew it with the TDC at the same time. When you release the TDC and stop pressing it down, that's when the Seeker head starts to look for a target to lock on. Now, because people were having some trouble with that, ED did put in a non-realistic Seeker head moving option where you don't have to depress the TDC, but I actually rather like it because it makes it very easy to know when your missile is actually looking for a lock.
Alright, yeah, I'll use it, but my problem is that I have the like this Maverick Cross on the green screen, so I cannot see anything from the TV, if you like.
Yeah, so that green screen is because we're looking out into the, you know, the infinite space of the sky.
Alright.
So once we push our nose down, we'll actually see an IR picture. And I always like to increase the FOV of my missiles before I launch them. So if you step through them using the step button, you can increase the FOV, and what's really nice is the missile will remember that. So if you go to the next missile, it'll already be FOV zoomed in.
Alright.
So let's go ahead and come right towards waypoint 3.
Do I have to uncage it first?
You do not.
Alright.
So if you, what the cage uncage button does with the Maverick on the Hornet is if you say you make a pass on the target and you're chasing a tank or something like that, and your Maverick Seeker head is now way off bore sight because you couldn't get a lock and you had to go around for a second pass, if you hit the cage uncage button, it will then bring your Seeker head back to bore sight and allow you to do a cleaner second pass on the target.
Okay.
Looking for you, don't see it. Oh, there you are.
Close by.
Yep, visual.
Yeah, okay, I know what I was doing wrong again. You need to select the sensor first.
Yes, that'll help. I forgot to mention that. So yeah, getting that little diamond in the top right of the DDI always denotes that your sensor is selected there.
So we can have both DDIs hard as well, or not?
No, you can only have one page on one DDI at once.
Yeah, but for a sensor, are these only DDIs, or can it be also a HUD?
It can also be on the HUD too, but I don't think there's anything implemented for the HUD yet.
Oh, okay, good.
So I've already got my Maverick slewed to Greater 2 Milan, and I'm already looking at the airfield.
I don't know why. Use the same, the same thing as for the radar screen, for moving around this yellow cursor.
Yep. So, but the thing about the Maverick is you have to press TDC to press. You have to hold it down while you're slewing it.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that, but I mean, it's working, but not very well.
Oh, do you have TDC depress and your TDC mapped to the same hat switch?
I'm not sure, I have to check.
Because that was a problem with the Warthog sticks, is it was a conflict between both pressing the hat switch down and slewing at the same time. And that's, I think, one of the reasons why ED had to put in that special option. So because I use an X56, I have to actually have my TDC depress and my TDC decoupled from each other, so it makes it very simple and easy for me. rifle.
Altitude. Altitude.
So what's not working for you?
The slewing is still not working.
Okay. I actually have quite a substantial curve on my little mini stick that I use for slewing, so that might be an issue.
Yeah, probably. Okay, I think I have it. I have it working now. Let's begin try to find a target. Okay. No joy.
Rifle 2.
And the target is locked automatically.
Yeah, so once you, because you're depressing the TDC to make it slew, once you release your finger off TDC depress, the seeker...
A lock on something. Rifle.
Nice. I'm usually able to get 2 off in one pass.
And a rifle.
Nice shot. Good job, dude.
No, don't hit anything.
Well, we'll see if we hit something. But good job just getting them off, you know? Let's see if that man pad shoots at me.
Yeah, it hits.
Nice. So want to go land at Khasab and refuel rearm?
We'll try it.
The runway is right in the middle of a valley, so I'm not sure if an overhead brake is a smart idea or not.
Let's try first. Oh, maybe, yeah. I think trading will be better.
Okay, so you want to go for the tanker?
No, I said trading for the Khasab.
Oh, I'm sorry, your accent's throwing me off just a little bit. It's all good, though. You're in Sweden, was it?
No, I'm in Belgium.
Belgium, right.
But I'm Polish.
Oh, okay.
It's alright, I just can't speak too loud because of all 3 kids asleep just next door.
Yeah, that would, don't want to wake them up.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll be a little bit of a crosswind landing.
Alright, so I'll extend a little bit and go straight in. Yeah, the overhead here doesn't make too much sense to me.
Yeah. So I'll land second. You go ahead and land first, since you've got less fuel.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan.
And then for landing, you're supposed to put the FCS page on your right-hand DDI and your HUD repeater page on your left-hand DDI.
Roger.
Next,
Yeah, it's a really nice to fly.
Yeah. Make sure you have your hook bypass to field.
And that's where is that?
That is on your left-hand instrument console. So right next to your emergency brake, underneath your landing lights and anti-skid. Make sure that anti-skid is turned on.
The runway should be somewhere ahead over there, right?
Yeah. So waypoint 2 is right on top of Khasab.
Lower.
Get those flaps down. So the runway is on that canyon, just slight to the right. The nice flat canyon there, where the harbor is. Since I didn't get enough separation, I think I'm going to go and try for a formation landing with you.
Might be tricky.
Yep. This will either go really well or really badly.
Yeah. Okay. One of the two.
Got a visual on the runway.
I just... Not yet. What angle is it? I think that...
It's runway... I think it's like 2-1. I know, it's like runway 18.
Oh yeah, okay, I got it. Alright, did it wrong. But we'll make it.
Yeah, a bit of a crosswind.
Coming in high. And touchdown.